The hell are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
What's up? What's up? Excuse me, I gotta clear my throat there. What's up, guys? Good afternoon. It's Saturday. Well, it's actually almost nighttime. It's almost evening. But yeah, what's up, guys? AW here. Or brings you Let's Talk Pop episode 32. And this episode, man, we're gonna talk about Spider-Man stuff, mainly Across the Spider-Verse, or yeah, Across the Spider-Verse spoiler review. Now, I did not make a video on a non-spoiler video. I did not make that. That's true. I did not make that. I should have, but I didn't. I was busy yesterday after seeing the movie, so I decided not to. That's why we're gonna do a spoiler review. I'm gonna start my cam right here for all of you people to see. Please do me a favor. Share, like, and subscribe, please. If you subscribe, especially if you're new, I'll be getting to people in a bit. You know how this works, right? This month there's gonna be a lot of spoiler review stuff. I'll tell you that. This month in general. Next week, Transformers. We're good, right? And then The Flash, and then I'm not gonna. Then we got 2 weeks off to Indiana. No. Then we got 2 weeks off to Indiana Jones, I believe. Let me make sure. When's Indiana Jones coming out? On 5. 30th. We don't got 2 weeks off. After Flash, we got Secret Invasion. That's not a movie, but that's a TV show. And then we got Indiana Jones. This month is gonna be busy as hell, man. Really busy as hell. Okay. Hey, Blinded. Yeah. So I sent a link in the group chat that me, Blinded, and George are in. So if you have that link, step in. Right in, please. Feel free to. We're gonna have fun. Just let you know. I walked to the theaters yesterday. I just started, man. I don't know how long. I just started the stream. Man, yesterday I walked to the theaters and it was boiling hot. Okay, I walked to the theaters. I did not take a transit in any way. So I walked to the theaters. I was hot as hell, man. And then lucky there's air conditioning. And then I walked home. And it was still hot as hell. It was boiling. Oh fucking God. I got home sweating all over. And it was hot, but I felt good. And I felt good going to see the movie. Okay, I'll say that. My experience seeing the movie yesterday, you know what? I didn't realize schools in Ontario ended earlier than they used to. Elementary school and high school, when I went, they did not end they did not end in early June. They ended in late June, but now they end in early June. I'm like, when did they change that? When did they change that in Ontario? I don't remember schools ending this early. I mean, in high school, obviously there's exam weeks, but in elementary school, there's no such thing as exams. I think, right? Well, I haven't been in elementary school 22, 23 years. No. Yeah, 23 to 24 years ago. So there was a lot of kids. I'll say the theater was 95% kids, and the adults they're taking little kids. Or the adults there took kids. But yeah, it was 95% kids. 95% kids. And not just high school kids. Kids under high school age. I did not know schools ended early in Ontario. And now I thought they ended later. I did not know that. Okay, Blind, come in, buddy. I love that. I love that Avatar. Do you think the Xbox will
Jim
spec?
Ryan.
What are you gonna change Avatar when the Xbox does theirs?
Yeah, I have one with Phil Spencer, so I'll do that one.
So yeah, that's when the 11th, right? Next week.
I think next week Sunday.
Yeah, today's the 3rd. Yes, Sunday. Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. I mean, I want to see some Starfield gameplay. So and
Yeah.
there's some other Xbox games I'm looking forward to. So
We also got this big event purely on Wednesday or Thursday.
yeah, the
right?
games, the Summer Games Fest. Yeah.
Yeah, that's supposed to basically replace E3, as they say. Like,
Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, there's June, man. June seems jam packed. I'm curious if we're gonna get a Nintendo Direct too.
June is jam packed for everything, man. Movies, TV, video games, everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, I mean, I don't know about TV. What other
Secret
stuff
Invasion. Secret Invasion is like the only
Oh,
thing.
Secret. Right. I don't know if I'll be watching that just yet.
Say hi.
Because I don't know. I haven't seen any of the trailers, as I've said multiple times, but I mean, Barry just finished. Barry was phenomenal, so I'm kind of like, I don't know what to watch next.
I'm surprised HBO decided to have two of the finales or the biggest shows on the same night.
Yeah, two of their. I mean, I know what happens at the ending of Succession, but I haven't watched it, so I might have to catch up and watch that.
Yeah. Like that's very weird. What do you think about having your two big shows have a finale on the same night? You don't see that. That's an anomaly in my opinion.
Yep. Well, I mean, both of the shows were great, so
yeah, I know, but like,
it is.
But like, do you want those two shows to compete each other in the same night with the best finale? Because no, it was not the season finales. It was the series finales for both shows.
Right. I mean, they have HBO has The Idol that's coming out.
Well.
So, yeah, which I have no interest. I don't like the guy who directs and writes that. So and I don't care for Euphoria. So yeah,
it's what Rotten Tomatoes is trash. Well, I think you take Rotten Tomatoes for what it is, but the scores, both audience and critics, is like under 50%, right? And it's way under 50%.
Well, I heard like way before the reviews that the show was going to be terrible because they had to reshoot it.
It looks.
It doesn't look interesting. Yeah. I don't know what The Weeknd is doing, but it doesn't look interesting. And I like The Weeknd.
Johnny Depp's daughter.
Yeah, it does too. I was so disappointed. She's in the Nosferatu movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
Which kind of disappointed by that because I think it was supposed to be damn, what's her name? She was Princess Peach. I'm forgetting her name.
Anna Taylor-Joy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joy. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have preferred her in the movie, but oh well.
Yeah. So I'm glad to have you on.
Yeah, no problem.
You saw the movie. I saw it because you really enjoyed it, and I know I could tell you really enjoyed it.
Yes, I did. But I do have one. Well, I do have some criticism, but I'll say why I enjoyed the movie, though. This
is a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen the movie and you don't care about spoilers, you could stay. But if you've seen the movie, obviously you could stay. You know what happens.
Yeah, it's better if you don't. I mean, I knew some stuff going into the movie, but you don't know everything. You don't know who's going to actually appear. The minor little things. So if you really love Spider-Man,
we'll get through
don't get spoiled.
Yeah. If there's some big things in this film.
Yeah, so there's a lot of big things.
There's a lot of big cameo stuff.
Not just cameos, but
not just cameos. I know.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of big. If you're a fan of Spider-Man, you would love this film because of all the stuff we're mentioning. Okay, we're not.
Yes. If you love anything Spider-Man, video games, comics, movies, animation,
go see this film because it has it all basically. And there's one big cameo. There's actually two cameos, but the first one you see is not really that major, but the second one is a big cameo.
Well, I think the first one is major.
Fortunately, it's in the bad universe.
The first one, there's actually a couple of things in the movie that I haven't seen people talk about that surprisingly means that this. I mean, this is a big spoiler. That this movie is technically connected to the MCU in two ways, two significant ways.
It's connected to MCU. It's connected to everything, basically.
Well. Now it's connected to the MCU, and I'm not referring to just the fact that Miguel O'Hara references Doctor Strange. There is other things in this movie.
The thing is, it is connected to MCU, but I think it's connected to everything Spider-Man. Everything Spider-Man.
It is. But I think because there was a prominent rumor, again rumors, that the Spider-Verse characters will be in Secret Wars.
Which I don't think it's true. I don't think it's
true. I think that is true. I think that is very true. And the only reason why I say that is because Disney released concept art for kind of this ride it's kind of like a multiverse ride that they're developing, and it actually has animated Spider-Man characters in it, and it's all the characters in the MCU fighting like this old Thanos. So I think I think some people are going to be surprised because I really think the animated characters are going to be in Secret Wars.
Look, I love
the X-Men animated too. I think they're going to be in it.
I think, look, I love Spider-Man. This movie is excellent. One of the best comic book movies. Definitely Guardians this year. Like one of, I wouldn't want them in the MCU and Secret Wars. I'm sorry.
I would. I mean, given the fact that again, there's a live action character in this movie, I don't necessarily have a problem with that.
No. What would be a great idea? I don't know if they will do this because it's Sony, so they have to ask Disney and Marvel. Maybe somehow cameo X-Men character or an Avenger into the Spider-Verse. Obviously they have to ask Disney, right? Did Marvel
in the first movie, they were trying to get Doctor Strange to cameo in the movie.
And they basically mentioned him in this.
And they mentioned him in this, so I think you might not be far off. I would not be surprised if there is a animated Doctor Strange who appears in the next movie.
Not just anybody. I don't care. Anybody that's not a Spider-Man character.
I think that's possible. I wouldn't say any like X-Men. I think specifically Doctor Strange, specifically that character.
This movie was great. I mean, I'm gonna talk about this. Is gonna be weird. Talk about the ending. I fucking love that ending.
I feel two ways about it. The ending is really good.
Yeah.
But this was the first time in a cliffhanger where I was very upset. I wanted to watch the next movie immediately.
Yeah, I know.
I never felt that about Infinity War. I just was like, oh shit, like, that's gonna be interesting to see what happens next. But I wasn't like, damn, I need to see the next one.
You know what's good? Like Avengers, it's only a year away.
It's less than a year away. Yeah,
less than a year. Avengers is basically a year. Basically was.
But I think the cliffhanger for this movie is a lot more compelling, in my opinion.
The thing is, the problem is. Oh yeah, I agree. The thing is, the problem with Avengers Infinity War, the end credit scene, you see when they call Captain Marvel, but there's another after credit scene where they're in the Avengers base. They should never gone to the Avengers base. Should never had that. Right? They had two of them. They should never had. Yeah, Infinity War. Remember when remember? They had
but Nick Fury calling Captain.
Yeah, they also had to call Captain
What was
Marvel.
The second one? I really don't remember.
They were at the Avengers base when the thing reacted. Remember?
Avengers base with I don't remember that. I don't remember that post credit scene.
They had the when Theory called Captain Marvel, right? Obviously,
right.
The thing they gave them, right? But after there was another one where there were the ones the Avengers that got snapped. They saw the device being activated. There was another device there at the Avengers base being activated. There's two of them.
Oh, for Captain Marvel.
Yeah, and then
I don't remember that post-credit scene.
And then you see basically, because remember Captain Marvel kind of like showed up at the second.
I thought that was in
Whatever.
I thought that post credit scene was in Captain Marvel, not
I
Infinity
don't
War.
remember. It could be. I don't remember. Like, but I like this. I like this. So don't break canon, guys.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I've seen a lot of people were like, I thought it was interesting what they were setting up, but I mean, and this is one of my criticism. The movie is very long. To get to that part where you're like, okay, I
It
understand
was.
why everything is happening now. And they were definitely trying to, like, you didn't realize it was a twist, right? That it was, oh, that Miles is actually an anomaly, and that's why they were all avoiding him, right? He wasn't actually supposed to be Spider-Man, which I think is interesting, because I think that's a little bit of a meta commentary, because as most of us know, most people do not consider Miles Spider-Man, which I personally don't care. I don't think they could come up with a better name for him anyway. All the names that like he's been associated with sound terrible to me. So you might as well just call him Spider-Man. It's kind of like the Robins, right? Like,
Yeah.
do you want to call Jason Todd something when he was Robin, right? Of course, because now he's Red Hood. But I don't know. They never came up. They never came up with anything compelling. Yeah, Nerdrotic gets. You know, I've seen that on Twitter.
Robin, the thing is, Robin's treated like a mantle more than the person itself, right? Like Dick Grayson never saw himself as Robin being as like, for example, Bruce Wayne, Batman, right? Batman, Bruce Wayne sees Batman as his real self. Bruce Wayne is a persona. Not Robin or the first one. Dick Grayson never saw it like that. He's the opposite of Bruce Wayne in that way.
Right.
He wants to be Dick Grayson. He doesn't want to be, Robin as the real Dick Grayson. He wants to be like the guy out that the people see in public. He wants to be that guy. He doesn't put up the act.
Mm.
So it's more of a mantle than in Batman, right? Like, I know there's other people that have been Batman, but like, and obviously Dick Grayson became Batman, but to be Batman is not really a mantle.
Right. I mean, with these comic book stuff, man, they always try to force crap on people, like force mantles. Some mantles work better than others, in my opinion. Other ones, you like no one else is gonna be Superman, no one else is gonna be Batman. But at the same time, I think most of us said that maybe 20 years ago that Spider-Man's Peter Parker. But I think Miles is definitely, at least in this story, I think that's also somewhat interesting. That's something I never really considered, because I mean, yes, Miles does his, in this version, his uncle dies, right? But there was an actual message, as in your uncle dies and you need to be better, right? He was already Spider-Man at that point. He was already trying to do good, because he was trying to fulfill the dead Peter Parker's wish, right? His universe, Peter Parker. So I think it was a little bit interesting, that's what the story arc is about, is him actually trying to be like, why is Miles Spider-Man?
It's I'll tell you
I
what,
think that's interesting.
Arkham. We all love the movie, but it's not going to beat Muriel.
No, it's not going to be Mario. I think 700 seems pretty good. I still think it's going to have to deal with Little Mermaid, though.
Here's a problem. Here's my best example. When I went to the theaters, there were a lot of kids going. There was a lot of kids. There was not a lot of adults.
For my experience, there was more adults than there were kids.
But for some reason, I went at 2:30 in the afternoon on a Friday.
And I went in the afternoon.
Why is there a bunch of kids here? Why is there a bunch of kids here?
Right.
I didn't know school ended early in our province this early anymore. Like they use
it ends at like what? At the end of like 2. I think 2 usually.
Okay. But here's the thing, Arkham. It's this month. Like it's not gonna. It's this month. Is gonna not help. This month is not.
I think it's gonna do. I think it's gonna do well this month. This movie is already doing pretty good for the last movie. I remember I made that prediction that it wasn't going to do well. Well, that was obviously not true. It's doing way better than Guardians of the Galaxy domestically.
It's going to do well.
So
look. I don't think it's gonna make a billion because I think the other movie is gonna hurt that. I mean, Transformers. I don't know. Apparently, like, I don't know about Transformers, but the Flash. It's this
The
movie
Flash,
that
I think the Flash is not going to
yeah.
do well.
It's also well, I don't know whether I know
I
why
think it's going to be
Elemental's
the reverse of what we thought. I think it's going to be Spider-Verse does really well,
okay.
and the Flash doesn't do as
Okay.
great as people thought.
I'm gonna let's get to this. So Don Glover's part does make a cameo. If you
Yes.
haven't, yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the movie in this. And so they all take different variations of the villains from each universe, and their base where the base operations like the Spider-Verse have
the Spider Society.
Yeah, Spider Society. They have their own base, where everything their headquarters, and they gather all the villains from different universes. There could be 10 different rhinos from 10 different universes. Dr. Octopus, etc., etc. You get the point.
Yeah, there's Rhino and Kraven there.
They had the ones from the animated show from the 90s.
Yes.
So the Prowler is there. The Prowler is
the MCU version. Donald Glover.
Yeah, he is there.
Yes.
So, I'm curious. I don't know if they explained this. Did the Doctor Strange, Spider-Man No Way Home villains make it through there?
Well, we didn't see them, but maybe
so.
that is possible.
Because Miguel did mention it in the beginning, right?
Yes, he did mention Doctor Strange and Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Yeah. Did he mention?
But there's another MCU reference. I'm not sure if you caught this though. When Miguel O'Hara was talking about the Spider-Verse, right? They make that Spider-Verse joke. The first thing that they show is the MCU timeline.
Yeah.
That's what they show first. So that means that the Spider-Man continuity is in line with the MCU continuity.
So yes.
So that's a big, in my opinion, that's a big hint that the MCU, that the Spider-Verse is going to be showing up in the MCU.
I have a question for you. I have a question for both. If that's the case, shouldn't American Chavez affect the timeline too, because of her abilities?
I mean, there's a lot of discrepancy with that though, right? Like,
because Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness wouldn't have to add into that.
Well, if you think about it, right, in this movie they established that if you're from another universe, you glitch. That doesn't happen when Doctor Strange and Wanda go to different timelines. So, but at the same time, though, those characters, and this might be, this is a way out they could figure out, right? Is that those characters are Nexus beings, so they can't actually glitch because it doesn't matter. They could make up some crap like that. They're Nexus beings. They could travel to any universe.
Hey, George. How are you, man? I know you just saw the movie like a couple hours ago. What are your thoughts? I know you liked it, but tell the audience.
I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
I mean, like I want to see more of it. Definitely. I wish it
definitely. Yeah.
I just wasted that.
Miguel O'Hara. I just want to know. Oh my God. Talk about unhinged. Oh. Right,
he is definitely. But it makes there's this is why I was saying that this movie, I think they should have had it like both movies come out in the same year, because it felt like there was something more to his character that they haven't really explained.
Yeah.
Because I'm certain that they're going to say something like he is also an anomaly. His just the concept of Spider-Man 2099.
What if he's the one? Because you mentioned he replaces the dead one,
right?
Because he's right. He's doing this from experience when he.
But he didn't say how he got there though.
Yeah,
like how did he? So he invented this device and then he started hopping, right? He started, I assume. But the thing is, that's and he was trying to say that in his universe he was the only Spider-Man, but 2099 in the main continuity is not the only Spider-Man. Peter Parker existed, right? So I thought that was, I don't know if they just change it up, right? And they're gonna keep
But they had Spider-Man for different like time periods, though. If you remember going all through the Spider-Man, you have like Western Spider-Man and all these different.
Right.
It's like,
I think the next movie they're going to show Anomaly characters, right? Because
Yeah.
another character you could possibly make into Anomaly is Silk.
I like.
Silk could be
Yes,
an Anomaly character, right? Because she's not supposed to be. No
I
one
like
knew about her, right?
I like how Spider-Gwen knows that all the other Grens in the other universes don't get a happy ending
Right.
because she knows what happens to the Grens in the other.
And that
Spider-Man.
technically should be a canon event too, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
also something I thought where I'm like, oh, maybe she'll die in the next movie because that's an important part of Spider-Man's history, right?
And everything, and you make every universe is supposed to go according to plan, apparently, right? Like
Right.
every universe is supposed to have the same plan, which I guess for storyline reasons it makes sense. But if you really think about it, every universe shouldn't have the same story. I'm sorry, like
Well, it's only saying that it's not. It's. I think they did that to not overcomplicate things,
yeah,
but I also think it's kind of clever because they are supposed to be Spider-Man, and that's
It's
why
supposed to be
I
a
think
death. It's supposed to be the death of a captain. Or
right.
some
But I mean,
sort,
it's not just that. Like they said, like Uncle Ben needs to die, and Captain Stacy needs to die, and there's certain events that define
Yeah.
who Spider-Man is, which Miles Morales doesn't have. So that's why I thought that was interesting because that
his
is
father
true,
didn't
right?
die because nobody in love died. Like
No, Uncle Aaron did die, but he didn't die under the same circumstances as Uncle Ben.
because he was not supposed, and also he was not supposed to be Spider-Man.
He's not supposed to be Spider-Man, but
Yeah.
Uncle, like you have to remember, right? Uncle Ben died, and because of the way
Yeah.
he died, right? Peter had to learn the lesson of, well, if I'm going to be Spider-Man, I have to be responsible, right? I can't just let that robber guy get away, right? But that didn't happen with Miles. So Miles never really learns a lesson from his uncle dying. So you kind of have to wonder: is Miles really Spider-Man, right? I think that's what the movie was trying to get at.
He's
Is
trying.
like what makes
He's trying to basically create my own destiny, my own fate.
what makes him Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Because the first movie is him becoming Spider-Man, but what actually makes him Spider-Man?
He does have the core principle of Spider-Man to prevent death. And I know a death of a captain or somebody, a loved one, is supposed to like define Spider-Man. But Spider-Man,
Right.
Spider-Man's always been a character. The main Spider-Man, especially Peter's always been a character where he can prevent death. Like look at Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Remember Doctor Strange was talking? Oh, they're supposed to die. Tom Holland's like, no, I'm not going to let him die.
Right.
Right? That's Spider-Man. That's the core, because that's the core of Peter installed into Miles too, man. Like,
Right.
yeah, I did love the Venom cameo. Well, the Venom did not cameo.
Venom,
but
yeah.
the character from the convenience store character. It's pretty funny.
And that's also there's a lot of that's another thing too.
Venom cameo. Gotta have.
Venom, it makes me wonder, right? Because
Oh, he'll be back. Don't worry, Josh. Hey, what's up? Yeah. So, what did you like about it? I know, like, where you like because you just saw it fresh, right? You saw it fresh.
Yeah.
And us too. So, what do you think was the best parts?
I like how Spot was handled. I mean, I thought that was pretty cool.
I got
Spot was
booted.
fun. How the hell did they make Spot like so lovable as a character? Like Spot is not like an A-list or a B-list villain.
He was part of the Legion of Losers.
Yeah, and they made this guy like a big mega threat.
right.
And and the thing is, like his origin story is not difficult at all. It's very simple. I think it fits for a kids movie. It's very simple, right? I really just like how Spider-Man created him. Right, I lost everything because of you. That's fine with me. Like, I know it's a very basic villain origin story, but for this, it kind of works.
Well, we still. I mean, this movie doesn't even show us a lot about the Spot, right?
No, because
but I wanted to say something about the Venom cameo because this is another. I don't think they'll do this, but this is also something I haven't seen talked about. is that in the comics, Venom killed Miles's mom, and that haunted him, right? And so when he teamed up with Venom in the main continuity, he actually was like traumatized. He couldn't actually team up with him. So maybe they might do a 180 and then they kill his mom because he gets, in this movie there was a lot more of his mom.
It won't be Tom Hardy's Venom.
No, I don't think that will happen, but I just thought that's something that's like if they go forward, I think they should definitely keep that because that was very interesting.
Well, if you're gonna do a Venom, don't make it Eddie Brock because you kind of need a Peter Parker for that.
Well, I mean, yeah, they haven't really talked about Venom, so, but
I mean, we are gonna get like a black suit symbiote, Tom Holland Spider-Man because of the end of No Way Home. We
right.
are pretty confident we're gonna get that. We just don't know when because we'll get back to the movie because Tom Holland has confirmed their work. They're planning a fourth movie, but they can't really work on it because of the writer's strike.
Right.
So it's in the writing process, and obviously the writing process is not happening because of the strike. And it's not official, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And he should become back symbiote Spider-Man. My only problem with that, the Tom Spider-Man 4, is like how is people gonna know him? Like what's gonna happen? How do you go from nobody who knows how clue who he is? Like,
people still know Spider-Man.
They still know who Peter is.
They don't know who Peter. I mean, but they'll get to know who Peter is. It's just that they didn't know who he was before.
Yeah.
I mean, also, like, I have a feeling this movie's probably going to come out in 2025. It's probably going to take place 2 or 3 years after.
Probably 2026.
There's going to be a time gap.
The only movie that might make it in 2024 is Captain America. Maybe.
I think that one. That one will definitely come out in 2024.
Okay,
but Spider-Verse is not affected actually, so
because they did it already. Yes, yeah.
Well, no, it's not. It's part of animation.
Yeah, animation. Yeah,
animation is not affected by the writer's strike.
Yeah, but yeah, yes, right. Because all the other Marvel movies, right, haven't even started filming for next year. They haven't started filming. Except Captain America.
I think Deadpool 3 is still filming.
Yeah, but if the actors,
that's probably gonna go through reshoots.
No,
or they're gonna have to wait to filming stuff.
I think it was this was a suggestion that I heard. I'm totally blanking on who said this, but they Ryan Reynolds is wearing a mask anyway. They could just ADR it.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, whenever the strike is done, it should be okay. If the script is already good, I don't see
the actors. So, my buddy DeGrasse, he's not here. This SAG, they're going to vote on Monday whether they're going to authorize a strike at the end of the month.
Right.
So, if they it's looking like it's going to happen, they may not.
Then that's
And I believe Captain America, where they might be finished this month. I believe they were planning to finish last month or this month.
Really? That's such a short.
You know what? Some films will finish in 3 months, but then they have to do all the other stuff.
MCU movies, I assume, would take 6 months.
Oh, Black Adam finished 3 months. For Marvel, for DC,
I thought most Marvel movies were at least 6 months. That would mean that this would be what 4 months because it started like in March.
You know why? Maybe they try to beat the strike because they knew about it beforehand.
That'd be really concerning. I don't have too much faith in that movie just yet. So
I don't have any faith in the Marvel movies besides Guardians.
Yeah, I really don't. I mean,
And now 2025 movies, like the ones that are scheduled 2025, might be safe. Even if the Batman's been delayed to March for filming, it'll still be safe, right? But it could be in hot water if we don't get a strike, when they don't get a deal done for writers and eventually the actors, because if you don't get a deal done, they can't go back to filming the Penguin because you need a Penguin to finish before you could do the Batman 2, Part 2, right? You need You need a Penguin to finish. And Marvel might need some of the shows. I mean, I think he might need some of the shows to finish before the film. It's like I don't know what
I think everything's just gonna get delayed.
I don't know. Like, look, I don't know what Loki's going to go into. I don't know what Ironheart. Well, Ironheart's not coming out this year. I don't know. We know Echo's going to Daredevil, but Daredevil's been halted, right, on production.
Yeah, that's been halted, so that's not coming out in 2024.
Yeah, 2024 looking like 2020 right now.
I remember they were filming from
Right.
Daredevil from February to March, like October, November. They said now it could go in obviously
For
Daredevil.
say that again?
They started filming in February and March, and the filming schedule is planning to go to.
Oh, that was supposed to film, I think, for a whole year.
Basically, and that obviously is not going to. Well, it can still be filmed a whole year.
I think. I mean, unless they filmed. Well, this was what their release schedule rumor was that. It's supposed to be 18 episodes, right? But they're not going to do 18 weeks. So what they were going to do was they were going to split it in half, and they were going to release 8 episodes, and then they were going to take a good break off, and then they would release the other half. So it would be like part 1 and 2 of a season, like what Netflix does.
Don't do it binge. Don't do it binge style, please.
No, it's not. It's not a binge style. So it would be 8 weeks, and then a break, and then another 8 weeks.
Okay, not Echo.
Yeah, not Echo is that's just getting binged.
Yeah, that's pretty much confirmed.
Right.
This is 2024 may not see. The only thing you might see comic book related is maybe some of the Marvel shows, but I think but we know Wonder Man's been halted.
Right.
I don't know about Agatha's show. I don't know if that's been halted. Daredevil's been halted.
I don't know about that show. Yeah.
Ironheart is finished. I know that, but I don't think it's going to release it this year.
No, that's probably going to come out next year.
See, I'm
early
saying
next year.
So remember late last year they moved Avenger movies, right? It's going to get moved again. It's going to get moved again.
They might as well take Kang Dynasty, and to be honest, just push that as far back as
he's right.
2028.
The Joker finished filming like in 3 months.
Yeah,
this was a quick film.
Yeah, but that's a cheaper film, though.
Yeah, it is.
It's a cheaper film. There's not a lot of special effects involved. I mean, there is, but it's not the same, right? It's a lot more like green screen and backgrounds and
they use a lot of filming locations in New York. I noticed that.
Yeah, that's a totally different case, right? Like with these Marvel movies, there are a lot of the time they're either going to use green screen or they're going to use the volume, which that takes some time, right? And then they have all these different locations that they shoot at.
You know what? Yeah, that's true. You're right. Let's go back to this movie. What do you think of Mayday Parker? Baby Parker.
Oh, it was nice to give a middle finger to the comic book writers.
Yeah, I'm sure there's they're gonna look at this movie and still not even bat an eye.
What if like the next film they make a reference to Paul and they're like, we don't talk about that person.
Oh,
like
God.
a character says that, and like it's just like a middle finger to the comic book writers.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
It's that Peter Parker sounds so beat. I know he's a dad, he's older, but like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I like Jake Johnson's voice as a Peter Parker.
Well, you gotta remember he's playing an older Peter Parker. Like
I know, but I still don't think it works. I don't think I don't mind.
I still like him. He's okay.
I think the voice is fine.
He wasn't in this movie a lot though.
No,
that was kind of disappointing.
He's bring the baby everywhere.
Well, I did say this was more so like Miles and Gwen's story this time around than Peter Parker's.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna see more Peter Parker in the next film. Like I also know a lot of people were complaining like before the film came out that like because Nicolas Cage said he wasn't going to be in Across the Spider-Verse, but it's like they kind of set up his character.
Yeah, his character is gonna definitely be important in the next one. He's at the ending, right? So
yeah, so like yeah.
Mhm.
And again, they're going to introduce so many different characters in here. Like obviously, there are going to be some characters that are going to get sidelined.
I wonder though if there's a deleted scene because there's Spider Bite who shows up at the ending, which was really weird because she was just with Miguel. Like
Yeah.
so I thought that was a little bit weird. So I'm like they're gonna have to explain that, or maybe there's deleted scenes or something.
I wonder if they guys to do this Spider Carnage.
I don't think Spider Car. I don't.
Well, I mean, they considering how Ben Reilly's on, I guess, the bad side of Spider people, it wouldn't be a surprise if they explored that. But I don't see it happening.
But what Kane?
Right.
But if they
Kane, I think is probably going to show up.
But they're isn't Kane a clone? But Ben Reilly, yeah.
Well, yeah, Ben Reilly was in the movie, so.
Yeah, and so they should explain how Ben Reilly is there if he's not because he shouldn't be a Spider-Man.
Well, he is a clone of Peter, so
yeah, and he was Spider-Man for a short time.
And technically, I mean, I don't know. That's a bit of a nitpick because Jessica Drew is in this movie. Jessica Drew traditionally is not even connected with Spider-Man.
No, you're right. She isn't. She's more connected with Hydra and Captain Marvel, all that stuff, aliens. Yeah, like you're right. Like,
yeah. So,
Hunter, if they do a Flash movie too, if they get a sequel, don't do a multiverse thing.
I think it would be a multiverse thing,
but don't make it. Like, don't like establish some of these other villains he has. Okay, like Flash has a very good role gallery. I know he's not Batman or Superman. Actually, I might think he has a little bit better role gallery than Superman.
Maybe you can do his role gallery, but in the multiverse.
Yeah, it's like he has a very
once they took that multiverse angle, it's going to be hard to think of go back to a smaller scale.
I mean, do reverse Flash. If you do reverse Flash,
I think that's another reason why it's hard. It's taking a while to get Spider-Man 4, even before the riot strike, because it's like, what do you do with Spider-Man after having a big multiverse event?
Tom Holland wants to play Super Spider-Man forever because anything else he's been and doesn't do well.
Well, you can easily top the multiverse stuff.
Yeah, of course.
With Venom, I mean that's obviously going to be a very big. I mean, we haven't seen Venom with Spider-Man, so
I think like outside. I think a proper Spider-Man versus Venom film probably could top it.
I would love that.
As long as it's better than Spider-Man 3, which
people want to see that.
That's easy to do. That's easy to top, though.
Here's the thing: as much as we crap on the Sonyverse, right, the Sonyverse, the live action, people want to see Spider-Man versus Venom. Unfortunately, they don't know who Spider-Man's going to be. Like,
well, there's been a theory going around that they could just and like I was saying just before, you could probably make Miles the Spider-Man of the Sonyverse.
You can. That's either him, or you get a new Spider-Man, a new actor playing Spider-Man, or I think Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man fits perfectly with that tone.
I don't know if Andrew Garfield's going to come back, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know.
If he's going to come back, it's going to be something MCU related. I don't think he's going to come back if it's just Sony.
I know it'll probably be a cameo. It's not going to be.
Barry did not want to come back. He got offered a lot of money to come back.
Right. Yeah. That too. But I think they were going to be in the next movie, though.
Well, here's the thing. It's interesting. He seems more open to returning now than Andrew Garfield does.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he says, like as long as the script is good, like he's interested.
That's probably because he got a good chunk of money, so he wants it more and wants another paycheck like that.
No, but here's the thing: you also got to remember, Toby didn't get screwed like Andrew Garfield did. Toby at least got 3 movies, and almost got a 4th movie.
Well, I don't think Andrew Garfield got screwed. I think Andrew Garfield didn't want to do it, and he walked away. I think that's a misconception because there was, I'm not sure if you remember this, but he was supposed to show up at an event with the CEO of Sony, and he didn't show up, and they fired him.
Yeah.
Supposedly that's what happened.
But apparently, like he got sick, and that's why he couldn't appear. So I don't really know the full details of that.
I don't know. I think after that, Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2 is not a good movie. So I think
this movie could have done. This movie could explain how Vulture got into the Venomverse. Michael Keaton's Vulture.
Yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do.
Hopefully.
Oh boy.
Hopefully. Because
I mean, this movie has Venom. There's a joke about Venom, so I don't see why. Like, that's not far fetched.
Because that was weird about Morbius. It's like, how the hell did he get here?
Right.
If Doctor Strange does spell to put all the villains back in the respective universes, I'm sorry, but Vulture was in his respective universe. He shouldn't go to another universe, right?
You're gonna have to, because that thing with Morbius was so dumb. In my opinion, I know the Venomverse appeared in here, but honestly, I erase the Venom Morbius stuff the same way people erase the sequel trilogy.
Oh, this Batman Across the Multiverse actually could work. Can you imagine a council? That could work.
A Batman Across the Multiverse. I mean, yeah, they've done that before. So
yeah,
there's so many variations of Batman, right? I don't think you could do that with any other character. It's really just Spider-Man and Batman.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, it could work. It could work. You could do it. You could do it with I don't know, Owlman, Thomas Wayne.
Right.
You could do it with. You could do it.
Well,
with,
I mean, there's so many.
Yeah,
Batman 60, the 60s ones. You could do the Batman Beyond. I really think I'm surprised that after Spider-Verse they weren't like, we should just do a Batman animated big budget movie. So it's weird they didn't do that. I'm sure that would have been a lot. That would have been well received.
Elseworld, James Gunn, Elseworld, Batman universe, Batman animated. Do it.
He's gotta be thinking he could do something like that.
Yeah, Blind, you pick up a great idea. Let's tweet James Gunn about it.
Because he said he liked Into the Spider-Verse. So I'm like, can't you see the similarities? Like, they're both massively popular characters, right?
Actually,
that was in the Chip Zdarsky. That's what they're doing. Yeah.
Well, it gives an opportunity to finally get Batman in the film.
Oh, nice. Nothing. That's a funny name.
Yeah, the movie is it is amazing. It's a very good movie. I thought it was funnier than the first movie, to be honest.
Me too.
I had a lot of solid jokes in it, so
yeah.
And a lot of good sequences as well, action sequences.
You know
very
what?
Impressive.
I like how this movie, like, they're not. I mean, it's PG-13. You think they say some stuff in this movie that you wouldn't think it's not really meant for kids.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more adult jokes in this movie.
Yeah.
There's the joke that I thought was really funny was Miles getting canceled 2 times. That joke was really funny because he's like, he endorsed baby powder. He's like, I'm sorry, I should have never done that. I was like, oh man.
This movie, the spot made me laugh.
Oh, also, I guess in some universes, Jameson is Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Notice how like some of his appearances looked like his MCU appearance.
Yes.
Well, it's what's his name for doing the voice, right? So
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
What cracked me up was the Lego Spider-Man.
Yeah, the Lego Spider-Man, that was really funny. Everybody was laughing at that.
They actually used like old audio from the Raimi films.
Yeah. That's what they do. That's what they do in the games.
Yeah, the games that they reference the games a lot in this movie. Gank was playing the PS5 remaster. I'm not sure if you guys catch that. That was really funny. And then when they were showing, everybody was focused on the Toby origin story, but people didn't realize that it was also showing the PS4 cutscene where Uncle Ben gets shot. So, and also too the Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon.
Haley Steinfeld, with you adopted one.
Oh man,
it's grand. There's potentially a spin-off for her.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Not.
We're just talking about the movie.
Interesting.
All the stuff we liked, the reveals, the cameos, the surprises, stuff like that. That's all,
Some speculative things.
I like how they show. What was I gonna say? They should show Bonesaw, basically.
Boom,
Bonesaw.
is ready.
Oh man.
They should. They did. Did it? They did have Thomas Spider-Man in it, right? They had like
No.
They should no, but they should have.
They just talk about him. That's it.
They should have just had him. Have them. I
I
mean,
think
yeah, they
they're
had
saving it. That's why.
Andrew Garfield was in as an archive, basically. Like,
Yeah.
Yes, he gets the big. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the one that was like front and center, but not Toby. Toby was like off in the corner.
yeah, yeah. They. You know what cracked me up? Maybe the theater laughed so much. One of my favorite comic book jokes, and it's not okay because the MCU that's oversaturated with jokes, right? Some don't, some land, some don't, right? But my favorite, I think one of my top 5 jokes of any comic book movie I watched was when stop him, stop Spider-Man. Everybody did the
Oh
point
yeah,
of finger.
everybody's just like who?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's one of my favorite jokes of any comic book movie. I'm sorry, that's top tier joke. That's a top tier joke.
Yeah, there was also the one with Spider-Punk when the baby takes a crap and he goes, "Good job for crapping on the establishment."
Yeah.
That one had me laughing.
Oh, yeah. He's anti like government stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that was really funny, man. I salute you for taking a crap on the establishment.
he's the
Oh
one that
my
gets
goodness.
he's the one that gets Spider-Woman pregnant, right? He's like they're like a relationship, right? Is that
No, what? What?
Wait, what?
Isn't he the one with who's
No.
who's with the
They never
Spider-Woman?
said. They never said.
Oh, but that's not the Jessica True we know because obviously, I think there's a reason for that. I
Well,
think
they
it was
merged. What they did was there's a really obscure spider female character who
Yeah.
was black, and so they just merged her with Jessica Drew because remember Jessica Drew has nothing to do with Spider-Man. Like,
yeah, that's
so-
why I think they didn't use her like the
Right.
the actual Jessica True.
right? Yeah.
Spider-Man Noir? Yeah. I got what's that game when I got introduced to Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man Noir? Is that the one with Mysterio as the main villain?
Edge of
Shattered
Time.
Dimension-
Or Shattered
Edge of
Dimensions.
Time? One of
Shattered
them?
Shattered
Dimensions.
Dimensions. Shattered Dimensions.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was a good game.
Well, I keep saying the one character who I want to see. I think she would really work well in this type of anime movie as Silk. I was really hoping Silk.
I think she's
Could
getting
get
an
a
Amazon
reference.
show. Isn't
Well, she is getting an Amazon show, yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just kind of surprised because I think her design and her character would be like well received in this movie over a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the TV show is going to be about, but I think her design looks really cool. So
There's a little bit of animated influence in this. There's definitely was. A little bit.
definitely.
I'll be right back. It's getting sunny here, so I'm gonna close the blinds. Be right back.
Yeah. I'll look in the chat because I wasn't looking in the chat before. Oh, it's called Silk's Spider Society. That's very interesting. Spider Society. Makes me wonder now.
Okay,
Yeah, the
well,
live action Spider-Man Noir would be really cool.
Yeah, this is the best scene of the whole movie.
Oh boy, Isaac. That's like
Oh my god.
Angela Kang. Oh yeah. How come they didn't mention Morbius?
Oh, the next movie better mention Morbius.
well, didn't they kind of make like a reference about something about seeing vampires?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember that one.
No,
There was like a line about like vampires, like when like Miles and Gwen are swinging in Miles' universe.
Oh, I thought that was about Miguel.
I think it was about Miguel, but like you can also I think some people interpret it as like some kind of reference to Morbius.
They should
Right. Okay.
They should have like had Dale DeHaan's Goblin.
Yeah, that would have been.
It's
Oh,
like,
do a
That
do,
would be
well
funny.
do a segment where like there's always a Green Goblin that causes something. They show Danny DeHaan's Green Goblin and like
Oh god.
the canon thing.
the football player.
The football player. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
That's the only Josh that I know is the quarterback of the Bills.
in every universe, New York is real.
Yeah.
Oh man. It's like a weird variation. Oh, Spider Man India was hilarious, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was hilarious.
So did I see Spider Pig?
Spider Pig was in it, yes. Or Spider Ham. Even Spider Cat from the game was in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was hilarious. I remember the game. Yeah, the Spider Cat.
Yeah, Miles had a Spider Cat.
I like the game that I could go all over Queens and yeah, it's like Brooklyn, right? You could go Queens or Brooklyn in the game now, second game.
Yeah, playing Tears of the Kingdom made me go, they should put an underground railroad system, sewer system underneath. That would be really cool. I doubt they're going to do that, but they should definitely do something like that. Because I was like that would actually make some sense for the game, because if you're doing Kraven, semi taking inspiration from Kraven the Last Hunt, I would kind of want a side mission with I'm pretty sure his name is Vermin. If you know that character, he's the.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah,
yes.
I know that character.
I know. Yes. I know this. They would not have this. They wouldn't do this. Of course, they didn't do this. But if they want people to get hyped up for Kraven the Hunter, the movie, they should have showed Aaron Taylor Johnson's Kraven. They should have done something.
Yeah, I mean, there was Kraven in the movie, but they could have done something like that.
Because they need their live action stuff needs it, right? They need the hype. They need whoever it takes to hype.
And yeah, they did have a lot of good joke characters, right? Like the Spider-Man 60 shows up, right, and he's hunting down Miles and he misses him because he's 2D. That was really funny.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny how easy he was able to take out the villains.
Yeah.
This is funny. Yeah. There probably is a Spider-Mexican. I don't know. Oh, kill him.
No, Zelda's not overrated. It's okay.
Zelda's not
Marcus.
overrated.
You just have bad taste. We'll forgive you for that.
I didn't know that. I thought he was getting a Magna. Yeah, that's Microsoft, right? They're dumb as hell.
Yeah. Well, they might have something a little bit more impressive than Spider-Man. If it's true.
Well, it's not. It's not bad.
I hope it's true. True.
What is
the Mandalorian game.
Oh.
If that's true, that's going to be only on Xbox. Ooh.
So you're playing Zelda?
Yes.
I'm right now. I'm trying to get all the Skyview towers. Like I'm very close to getting all of them.
Right.
Because so I could just teleport and do the dungeons and all the other stuff, side missions.
I'm taking like my time. I only like I'm like 40 hours into the game and I only just finished the first dungeon.
I heard it's like a 500-hour game if you do everything.
If you do everything, it's going to take you quite some time.
Yeah.
There's a lot more stuff in this game compared to Tears of the Kingdom. Sorry, Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah. I noticed that.
Like you go in one area, and then all of a sudden now you're like, oh crap! There's like several caves and what's it called? Those wells, right?
Yeah.
So, and then you got the dragon tears. And then on top of that too, you have the depths, and the sky. So it's like there's just way too much stuff.
Avatar game's gonna suck, man.
I hope the Avatar game doesn't suck. I'm not a big fan of Ubisoft, and they got a Star Wars game too.
Yeah, Ubisoft. Star Wars. That's true. I think it is Xbox exclusive though, Degrassi. I think it is the Indiana Jones game.
I think they will. No, the Indiana Jones I don't think will be exclusive, but I think the Mandalorian game will be exclusive.
Oh.
Well, I mean exclusive in quotes because it's coming to PC, right? So it's not really exclusive. No, that's not that was debunked.
Yeah, it's true that Microsoft was first offered.
Yeah, no, but it has nothing to do with
I know.
the movie side.
No,
if that's what he's referring to.
No, because MCU Marvel Studios has nothing to do with Marvel video games.
Right, but there was
Kevin Feige have no say.
I think Marvel Games
have no
was
say either.
trying to get into AAA games because they just got the rights back. I think it was in 2014. They got the rights back for Spider-Man. And that's why Activision rushed to put out that Amazing Spider-Man 2 game. So when they got the rights back, they were trying to approach different companies. And so a lot of them went through, obviously, right? Like one of them was Nintendo. Marvel approached Nintendo with Ultimate Alliance, and Nintendo financed that game.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
But they did have, they did have Avengers. Though.
No, it's a Marvel Games executive.
Yeah. Marvel Games, not
Marvel Studios.
Yeah.
And you have to remember that was before Marvel Studios was merged with Marvel Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's a little bit different. But I mean, who knows what's happening now? It seems like Marvel's
Mandalorian
weird.
Exclusive.
I think they would. I think they would definitely do that. Microsoft needs it.
Oh, they need something, all right.
I mean, that would be a pretty big deal for them. Because I mean, that would be kind of on the level of Spider-Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the EA deal, I think that's pretty much done now. I don't think EA is going to renew.
I agree with Beltree. They need to make Spectacular Spider-Man Season 3. That should never have gotten canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they will do that.
Yeah, no, I doubt it because it's been so long. But man, that would be something.
It's not even just that. I mean, I just think. I mean, because they already have a Spider-Man cartoon that they're working on, and they did revive X-Men. So
yes, they did.
But I don't know.
Here's the thing with Spectacular Spider-Man is that was like Sony, not even Disney. That's why it got canceled in the first place because Disney made the deal where Disney will make Spider-Man cartoons.
Here's the thing.
If Disney was smart, they would renew that and Earth Mightiest Heroes. That's what they should do. But they won't.
Now, on the DC side, all the videos go through Disney Studios. No, I'm not Disney Studios. DC Studios. Everything goes through DC Studios.
Which I think is going to be very questionable. For the next couple of years, there's going to not be DC games. That's probably what's going to happen.
Do you remember, like, the MCU did do Lego Avengers, right? But I think the last one was Age of Ultron. I think that was the last.
For them, like a MCU?
Yeah, it was Age of Ultron.
Right. Or just the Avengers game.
Yeah. And they did do Marvel Heroes after that, but that's nothing to do with MCU. Right. I can't wait. I want to see this, man. I want to see 97.
Yeah, I want to see it too. I'm curious.
97. Yep. And they canceled they were supposed to be you know the DC Universe Online, the same company Daybreak was making a Marvel version.
Yeah, that wasn't going to be good though.
It got canceled. There was
I showed you the pictures of it. It looked really bad. Yeah.
And the 4 factions you were joining was Fantastic Four, the Avengers, X-Men, and who was the other one? Shield.
Yeah, but you weren't playing as like a superhero though. You were just playing as like some nobody. It wasn't like DC Universe Online at all. To put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, they did have that Marvel's Hero MMO game that shut down a couple
Right.
years ago, which I played, which was fun, but they did shut it down.
And
Servers
Insomniac is working on a Marvel multiplayer game.
Good.
I don't know what it is, but it's Marvel related. We won't know about that probably until after Wolverine, though. Oh, and then on top of that too, Bungie has to look at it because now that's what apparently PlayStation is doing. They're
Honestly, I don't
giving
know
all
who
their
these are.
multiplayer.
I don't know who these two are. I'm sorry, Degrassi. You know who these are, George? Or Blinded?
No,
No.
that first name sounds familiar.
I thought it misspelled Silent Hill. I don't know.
You're gonna have to tell us because I
Oh,
don't know off the top of my head.
I can't do David Harbour and Jodie Comer are like
Jodie
voice acting from Alone in the Dark.
every time
Oh,
I see Jodie Comer's name, I think of Jodie's Corner.
Yeah, I almost said it.
Oh
yeah.
God.
And I can't believe they're doing a voiceover for Silent Hill, man. Oh, the founders of Walk Day. Okay.
All the founders are. Oh yeah, they left.
They were
Right.
supposed. Yeah. I mean, we all want a Superman movie, right? Superman is in the Arkham universe. We know that.
Well, yeah, the Suicide Squad game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we even know that before because like they did mention them, like kind of
Right.
Like the Arkham universe has all like the characters from, not just the Batman stuff.
Right. Yeah, they all exist.
Mm-hmm. I heard like we'll get back to some more. Tom Cruise is really
Okay.
pissed off, eh? Tom Cruise. Oh,
I don't blame him though. I wouldn't.
I
Blame
agree.
Him.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Oppenheimer sounds like a great movie, but I think more people. I think Mission
the-
Impossible might do more.
The problem is that movie was shot on IMAX.
Oh,
Right. That's a movie shot completely on IMAX camera. So
Doesn't
I mean,
Nolan usually
I
do
would.
that?
Yeah, he usually does that now.
I don't know. Like to be honest with you guys, a 3-hour movie based on how Atomic Bomb to me, like I like Nolan, right? It just doesn't
Well,
sound
based
very
on the
interesting.
trailer though, it sounds like it's more of a thriller. And they are going to do, bomb. They're going to show you the bomb dropping and stuff, and they all did that practically.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Do you think?
so
do
I
you
mean, I
think-
kind of
is it
understand.
Do you think it's they're making, right? Everything that goes into making the bomb, and they're going to show it on later. And then maybe they'll do the I don't know, the after it happens to drop the bombs, the
Definitely,
results,
they're going to
all
show.
that.
Yeah.
So yeah, do that. That would make it better.
I'll watch it. I mean, I think Christopher Nolan's kind of been too far up his ass lately. So
Yeah, I heard this about Chris
hopefully
Hemsworth.
it's good.
It sounds like he's pissed off of Marvel. I mean, he's not pissed off of Marvel. It sounds like he's not happy.
He sounds like he's bored.
Yeah.
I think that's basically been what I've been hearing from a lot of stars. We're only returning if it's unique and special.
Right.
Because they know because Marvel's taking a hit. They know like it's. I don't think he's like happy with how Thor's turned out.
I don't think a lot of people are happy, to be honest.
It's he's another one of these actors that from Marvel that does not doesn't
But
do well.
I also know with Chris Hemsworth, he seems to like always change his tune of like
Nope.
what's going on with Thor. He was saying he was bored with Thor after Thor: The Dark World. And then he says he's bored with Thor
Well, I
after-
think maybe it's he's being a little bit sly. I think he's trying to say, the movie wasn't good. Let's be honest. Most people don't like Thor: Love and Thunder. I don't really see a reason why you would like Thor: Love and Thunder, to be honest. But
Oh yeah,
you can have your
I can't-
opinion.
I can't
but,
blame him.
so yeah, I think he probably saw the reception, and I mean, if you're an actor, you want to make good stuff. And yeah.
Look,
I would say the same thing too if I was him.
if Chris Hemsworth was going back to Thor, if Chris Evans is going to go back to be Captain America, all these guys go back to Marvel, it's because they're not doing well outside of MCU.
Oh yeah, definitely Chris Evans. Chris Evans is not doing particularly well. I mean, I'm looking forward to Extraction 2. I wasn't a
Wait.
big fan of Extraction, but I did like the trailer for the second movie. It looked really good, cool. So that comes out the same
Wait.
day as the Flash.
The only big star outside of Marvel is Dust. Maybe we haven't seen Robert Downey done anything in a long time, so we can't really say he's Oppenheimer. But
Well,
Scarlett
obviously,
Johansson, Scarlett Johansson done fine outside of Marvel. When she's done with Marvel, she's done fine.
Now recent after Black Widow, what has she been in? She's gonna be in what, a Wes Anderson movie?
Oh,
Is she in that new one?
Black Widow was technically her last movie, Marvel movie. She's gonna be in that. She's gonna be in that Asteroid City movie, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Wes Anderson. I'm not a big fan of Wes Anderson. I don't particularly care for his movies, but
I wouldn't give it.
Who's that?
oh, what's up?
Asteroid City. I don't even know much about Asteroid City. Like,
I haven't seen much about that movie, but it comes out this month, obviously, right?
Because Quentin Tarantino's right. He was right about Marvel. They don't see it for who's playing the characters. They see it for the
Right.
comic book character himself.
Well, we'll just ask Shimu Liu, right? What the fuck has he been doing?
He's
Nothing.
Barbie.
As a cameo, he's not a mainline in Barbie.
He's one.
Ah.
Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say Barbie. It's not for me. I'm not the target audience.
For real.
How many here in this chat? I know Degrassi can see Barbie because I know Degrassi will see every movie. How many of these people in this chat or on this panel are going to see Barbie?
If it's a good movie, I'll check it out.
No, no. I don't give a shit.
I'm gonna do the Oppenheimer Barbie double feature opening weekend.
I'm not even seeing Oppenheimer either.
I don't know how I don't understand that take, but okay. I didn't like Tenet, but I still have to see Oppenheimer.
No, it's like the trailers just didn't interest me. It's like
Oh, okay. Then.
if at this point, if the trailers haven't interest me, I'm not gonna see the movie.
I know you're gonna see them. I didn't know you're gonna see both of them, but
I mean, if Barbie is a satire, I don't see why I wouldn't like that movie, right? If it's just generic, then yeah, I'll be upset.
I mean, I think it's better getting Margot Robbie than Amy Schumer as Barbie. I think that would.
Well, I mean, that still would have been a satire, though, right? Like,
Oh my god!
I personally think Amy Schumer should not be in any movie at all. And don't get me wrong, it's not because how she looks. It's because I don't think she's funny.
No,
I don't think she's funny either. Yeah,
she's not funny.
I don't know.
And she's a comedian.
but Greta, what's her name? Greta Gerwig. She's been making decent movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
think I'm not a huge fan of her movies, but she's made some pretty good movies that have gotten nominated for awards.
I just know if Barbie fails at the box office, I just know Grace is going to play Margot Robbie. Because she's late last year, Margot Robbie's been in 2 movies, right? They didn't do well at the box office, and she's blaming Margot Robbie for them, even though some of those movies have Brad Pitt, Kristen Bale, and some other great actors and actresses in it. But she goes after Margot Robbie.
Well, here's the thing. She needs a new target after Jessica Chastain.
When does Barbie come out?
Same day as
July.
Like
July 28th.
21st.
What other movies?
21st.
Oh,
Yeah,
21st. Okay.
What other movies are coming in July?
Mission Impossible.
Early July for that. Yeah, 7th, I believe.
That better be a 10 out of 10, man.
I really like the last. I really like the last one.
Do you think? I know it's not the same movie or anything, but do you think having Tom Cruise having success at Top might actually help him with Mission Impossible?
Yes, but I also think the last move. I think it's going to be a combination of things. It's going to be that, but also too, the last movie was really good.
We need this too.
It was very good.
The more recent Mission Impossible films have been great. So
I think Fallout. I like all the Mission Impossible movies, but I think Fallout was it had probably the best action sequences.
It was just on a different league.
Yes,
compared to all the other ones, it was like Ghost Protocol and Rogue Nation were changing things for the better, but then Fallout just like went on a different level.
Because 7, I think, like they're split in 2 parts. Does that mean like this after the second comes out in 2024? Does that mean it's the last of the franchise?
I think it's gonna be the last one. Yes.
I think this. Did you say this is the second last one?
No,
I
this
think.
is this. Yeah, this is the second last one. The next one will be the
Yeah.
finished. Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Yeah. Unless it's gonna be like Vin Diesel say, "Oh, we play 2 more." They're gonna spin off.
Here's the thing.
Oh, they better not do that.
Here's the thing. I think Tom
I hate
Cruise is.
that franchise. I really hate
I think
it because
Tom
it goes on
Cruise is
forever.
more self-aware than Vin Diesel. Like here's the thing. Like I think Tom Cruise recognizes that the direction these movies are going will probably be the best that they're gonna be, while Vin Diesel does not recognize that the direction his movies are going are not going anywhere.
Didn't Vin
Yeah.
Diesel get mad that Jason Momoa took the spotlight?
Supposedly, yes.
Jason Momoa
which
is a
is-
better actor.
I
You know,
know.
let's be
But
real,
he-
Jason Momoa's got more personality in
Yeah.
general than Vin
the
Diesel.
thing is, Jason Momoa, like a lot of people are saying, he was good
Yeah.
in Fast 10. He was okay. Like he just did a different role that most people aren't.
Used
like
to.
we're not familiar with or we're not used to, and so that's why people praised it, right? But it wasn't like it was like it was almost like Jared Leto being the Joker. That's how I saw that. It wasn't that like, oh my god, like I can't believe.
Still
It's
better
like,
than
okay.
Diesel. Vin Diesel.
It's just like
Vin
Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa's just got more range. Like if you see him in other things like Dune, he's not just like the guy that goes my man like an Aquaman.
I disagree with that.
I think he's got more range than Vin Diesel.
I don't.
Diesel cannot
I
be
don't. I
funny.
don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Jason Momoa, in my opinion, I think he's kind of one note. Like he can be serious, but he's not.
Oh,
He's
that's
not
Vin
an
Diesel.
emotional actor.
That's not same with Vin
Vin
Diesel.
Diesel to me is like meh. Like I don't know.
I think under the right circumstances, I think I would pick Vin Diesel under the right circumstances
No.
with the right director,
seen-
and has no creative involvement.
If you have seen the other movie he's been in, he fails big time.
You know, the best movies he's been in have been movies that he's done voice
roles.
Iron Giant and Guardians of the
yeah, true.
Galaxy.
Yeah, but
Saving Private
what,
Ryan. He was a person.
yeah, but what has Jason
He was the
Momoa
first guy
done
that
though?
died in that mission in Saving
Yeah,
Private
but
Ryan.
what has Jason Momoa done that would say makes him have range? He doesn't. He pretty much he plays himself as Aquaman, right? In Game of Thrones, he was like intimidating. He didn't do much, and
that's the thing. That's the thing about he plays himself as Aquaman, but he could be fun. He could be funny. He could be pissed off. Vin Diesel, when he tries to be funny, he can't. Vin Diesel cannot do comedy.
Someone who has range, in my opinion, you have to be a very good emotional actor, and then you have to be really funny, and then also too, you got to be charismatic, and there's a lot of bars that you have to hit. I don't think Jason Momoa hits those bars, and you can't say just because he's been in good movies. First off, his performance in Dune is very minimal. He's definitely not the best part of that movie. In fact, everybody's out acting him where he almost looks really weird being in the movie. It's actually kind of jarring that he's in that movie, if I'm being 100% honest. And him as Aquaman is like it's not like anything to write home about. So I would not say Jason Momoa is an actor with range. Like, maybe he can be funny, but yeah, he is.
He could,
but that's just going to be him doing the same thing.
Vin Diesel cannot be funny. Like he tries, he can't.
I think Vin Diesel, under the right circumstances, I think he's willing enough. He could put probably a bit more effort than Jason Momoa.
Dave Bautista could be funny.
Yeah,
has range.
Oh, Bautista's got range.
The Rock. The thing is, The Rock.
The Rock has no range. Don't say that now. Don't say that. The Rock has no range.
I think
what emotional performance has The Rock given?
Walking Tall.
I don't know.
No, I don't.
I mean, the Rock's ego is so big. He has to do Momoa in live action less than 10 years after it came out.
Actually, John Cena might be the better actor in both of them. Actually.
The Rock is not better than John Cena. Switch that around, and I would agree with that.
Watch Peacemaker. There's proof right there that John Cena's a better actor.
I don't know about The Rock. Yeah, like I kind of would agree. John Cena's better than The Rock.
And The Rock and Jason Momoa, to me, Jason Momoa needs to be in more things, and The Rock needs to be in more things. You can't gauge those actors. They haven't really done something where you're like, oh wow, I'm blown away that they just completely transformed. Right?
He's kind of a lot of things. Like,
Yeah, but you guys keep saying he's in a lot of stuff, but he's not in a things where he's transformative. That's the difference. Like until Jason Momoa is like in a role where you're like, oh my god, I can't even recognize he's Jason Momoa. Then I would say, okay, I'll give you guys credit. But I don't see it. I really don't see it.
yeah. But if I have to be honest, if I had to pick between Vin Diesel or Jason Momoa, I would pick Jason Momoa, to be honest.
I'm gonna pick Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel. People forget, Vin Diesel was in Saving Private Ryan, and he didn't do emotional like performance, but he did a pretty good job in that movie. Where it's like, oh, if given the right director, I think he can actually do it. If Jason Momoa appears in a Denis Villeneuve movie that is like Prisoners, and you're like, whoa, what the heck is going on? Then I'll give you guys credit, right? Or if he appears in a movie where you're like, let me think of another type of movie. Something like it's got to be like a drama. It's got to be a serious drama for me to be like, okay, you have such a diverse portfolio at this point now that I can consider it. And he just definitely not Dune. Definitely not Dune.
I don't even know where I am anymore. If you watch Dave Bautista in wrestling, there's nothing compared to Cena in Rock in terms of charismatic or range, or stuff like that. Well, you can't show much emotion in wrestling. You can't show the softer side of your wrestling.
Right.
Obviously, you can't show that side.
Wherever you think you are at the end of the Flash.
The problem with Vin Diesel is that Vin Diesel is just kind of an egomaniac. That's really it.
Same thing with The Rock.
That's probably why he had a fall with
It's
The
probably
Rock.
worse than The Rock.
Because
Probably.
I'm saying that's probably why he had a fall with The Rock, because The Rock was getting more praise for the Fast movies than Vin was.
Yeah, Vin Diesel is taking that way too serious.
Like here's
I think
the
that's
thing.
the problem.
I think
they made
what
up.
happened was because critics were giving more credit to The Rock in those movies than they were Vin Diesel, and I think that did not sit well with his ego. Because I will admit, I think Dwayne Johnson was great in Fast 5. But again, like I don't think that sat well with Vin Diesel's ego, because that was the first film that a first Fast and Furious film that got generally good reviews.
Right.
Breaking news, everybody. Brie Larson's getting her own Fast and Furious spin-off. I'm kidding.
Oh God.
It probably.
I wouldn't be surprised, but
hey, if it could piss off those people, go for it. Piss off the Phantom Menace. Do it.
Well, because then you could do it where it's like her and what's his name?
All female team, right?
Not an all female team. No, she's the daughter of Mr. Nobody, right? So Kurt Russell. Jesus, I'm all over the place.
Kirk.
Russell Kirk. Like, what the hell am I saying? Kurt Russell could be in the movie.
Russell Kirk.
Yeah, Russell Kirk is like the opposite of Kurt Russell.
That's funny though.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you play games and you're talking at the same time.
Where are you playing?
I'm playing Zelda, the greatest game on planet Earth.
Well, wasn't like Vin Diesel's ego also part of the reason why Justin Lin dropped from directing?
Yes,
supposedly, yes.
It's like that wouldn't be a surprise if that was true.
Vin Diesel should have just directed one of these movies.
Yeah, just direct your final two.
The problem with Vin Diesel is he's handcuffed himself to this franchise.
You guys really slander Vin Diesel, but the only reason why you're slandering him is because he hasn't made anything good.
The thing is, it's like he needs to like
I don't think this franchise will
what he can do. That's the problem. He has handcuffed himself to this franchise for too long.
The problem is,
he needs to do something else.
Most of the cast, I'm sorry, with all due respect, Tyrese Gibson stinks. John Woo shouldn't act. Gal Gadot's back. She's not a great actress either. She's beautiful look. I'll just say that, but she's not a good actress.
It's kind of getting sad seeing Ludacris, man, every single
Ludacris.
time, man. Just
Ludacris, I mean, not John, but Ludacris. Yes, but with Gal Gadot, if you get the right person in charge, she could do well. Like Patty Jenkins.
Yeah, if you get the right director, I feel like that director can make that.
I don't understand how you
or actress better. Like a thing with
But where's the evidence for that though for Gal Gadot? Like I gave you evidence for Vin Diesel. There's no other example for Gal Gadot besides Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman it's serviceable.
It's the only movie.
It's not great. That's the only good movie that she's in. Like Vin Diesel, yes, that's like the biggest problem with Vin Diesel is that he's in movies that people just consider it bad. But it's like I'm sure he could do a decent job under the right circumstances. He's already worked with decent directors.
The best people the Fast and Furious had as actors or actresses, I'm sorry, is Helen Mirren, and she doesn't do much in the series.
Yeah, she doesn't do much.
Charlize Theron.
Again, she doesn't even do much. She's doing legwork.
Yeah, exactly. Kurt Russell, and she's not a.
He's
getting kind of sloppy.
The guy,
he's past his prime.
The actor who played Brad Guy, I forget his name. I know who he is. You obviously see him from the fourth movie, the one with Paul Walker comes back, the villain from that. He's actually a very good actor.
Who's that? Who's the actor for that? I can't.
But you've seen him in a lot of movies before. He was in Kong.
Someone Google it. I can't.
I think I know who you talking about, but I don't know the actor's name.
There's a lot of people in Skull Island, so
it's the guy who got ripped apart by the pterodactyls. It's Kong Skull Island. I'll look it up.
I'm confused now.
I know you've seen him before, but I forget his name. He was in Bumblebee.
Now I'm even more confused. That did not help me.
He was a scientist in Bumblebee.
Now I got it. That just completely threw me off.
Let me look. I have his name right here. John Ortiz. I think that's his name. Yeah, John Ortiz.
Yeah. Now I'm still even more confused.
He's not very.
I think I know.
Hold on. You definitely seen him. You guys definitely seen him and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Let me see. Because now I'm being like completely thrown
Silver
off.
Linings Playbook, Kong Skull Island.
You said the fourth movie?
Yeah, he was a villain in the fourth movie. John Ortiz.
Right. Okay, yes, I know who you're talking about.
If you really think about the best actors who got for the roles were kind of villains. Do you know the actor who played? I
didn't even remember he was in Skull Island. I don't remember at all.
I remember because I really like that. I think that's the best movie of the Godzilla MonsterVerse. Honestly,
it is. But I don't remember his character.
Aren't they making another one, or is that the
Godzilla vs Kong 2?
Oh yeah, they're making another one.
Yeah, they're making that, but
what I was saying was like what was I saying? Oh shit!
The actors in the Fast and Furious franchise.
The villains are the better actors. They're the better actors. Right. The cast.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that's even the MCU model though. Take well-known actors or good actors and put them as the villain, right?
But they did with Christian Bale, and they make Christian Bale look like a bad actor.
Right, but I mean, they still have that's their model though, right? Like Jeff Bridges was the first villain. Hugo Weaving. I mean, they didn't do that with Thor, but
Tom Hiddleston was kind of out on the rise with Thor, but he was good. He's good.
Right, but he wasn't. He's not. Jeff Bridges, obviously.
Kate Blanchett.
Michael Keaton. I'm trying. Why am I blanking on some of the other?
But I think you need that for your heroes too.
Yeah, like
look for right. You think I need that for your heroes too? Like,
but it doesn't. The thing is, like, it would never happen though.
Robert Downey Jr. But Robert Jr. is different. Robert Jr. was a great.
Yeah, that was a different case that will never happen because he was at his lowest, right? So that's why he did that. If he was at his prime, that would have never happened. I can guarantee you that would have never happened.
Because he was in his prime, he was one of the best actors.
Yeah.
Like,
There was no way he was going to sign on to some Iron Man movie. No way.
No.
He
It was
took
his-
it
it was
because
his
that was the
comeback.
that was like he got another role I think before, but at that point no one was going to trust him, right? So
Iron Man. saved
I
his
know
career.
he was in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yes, that was a couple years
Right.
before, and then Iron Man, and then Tropic Thunder, right? Like, and then there's the
Oh,
Sherlock
Tropic
stuff.
Thunder.
Sherlock
Yeah,
stuff, but
right.
like,
Wasn't he
Did-
in the Sherlock Holmes stuff?
yes,
Yeah.
but wasn't that's after Iron Man.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
the
it came
fir-
out a year.
yeah.
It came out a year after
Yeah.
Iron Man.
He did 2 Sherlock Holmes.
I think it was pretty good at Sherlock Holmes.
He was not a good. I'll say this: he was not a good Doctor Doolittle.
Oh, I
I
don't
never
even
even
know
saw
anybody who watched that movie.
I
Oh.
like your Sherlock Holmes movies, but I've never even seen Doolittle.
I'm sorry. I
Me
like
either.
Eddie Murphy. I like Eddie Murphy's Doctor Doolittle, the first movie, not the sequel. But nobody could beat the classic Doctor Doolittle movie. I'm sorry.
Right.
Like, I'm
No,
sorry.
they shouldn't even.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing now. Yeah, and watch in a couple of years they'll bring it right back.
Yeah.
That's Hollywood, man.
Yo, maybe Dwayne Johnson, maybe Dwayne the Rock Johnson will play Doctor Doolittle next.
Oh God,
I wouldn't be surprised. He's already.
you say that that's what's gonna happen, man.
Oh,
Yo,
You
listen,
know what
listen.
happens on
George,
when we go on
George.
Aaron's stream.
Listen,
Yes,
he
thank you.
likes to be. He's been in family movies that people have forgotten existed. So he will probably do Doolittle.
Every time we do, yeah, I know, right? It's gonna be announced tomorrow that he's gonna be in the movie. Like,
Yo,
the stuff we say here. I'm still like, hot.
and we never get
The pe-
source.
Listen, that
Listen.
Pedro Pascal being in the Gladiator 2, that still keeps me up at night. That was very scary. That was very scary. I don't know how that happened.
We never get source.
We are more
You
accurate.
jinxed it. You jinxed it.
We are more accurate than Disgrace Randolph. Let's be real.
It's very
And yes,
scary. Very
I
scary.
called her
Last year we
Disgrace
talked about
Randolph because
Borderlands,
she is
right?
a disgrace. She is a disgrace to movie talk.
Last year,
Yeah, we
talked
said
about
what? Yep.
We talked about
Rock's
Borderlands. I
going to
think
do
a day
Dr.
later,
Doom.
news about Borderlands came out. I'm the one who came up with, I think they're going to use the cancer storyline in Thor: Love and Thunder. And who was right? Me.
Yeah,
And I
this
was like, I
is
think
just
I was
weird.
Like, Hercules is going to be. I'm like, I said, you know what? I think Hercules might be a Thor: Love and Thunder. Why have Zeus and all this? And guess what? Who's made a cameo to get in the movie? Hercules.
Right. There's just been some weird,
Okay. Yo, I'm gonna
weird
make,
coincidence.
We never get.
I'm gonna
I have more sources than Jeff Snyder.
listen. I'm gonna make
Yeah,
a
I don't
bizarre
think it's
claim right
coincidence
now.
anymore. I
No.
think Aaron can see the future.
Just it's very
But
scary.
I'm gonna make Aaron, I'm gonna make a Charles Barkley guarantee right now. I guarantee in one
Oh
of
my.
these last 2 Fast and Furious films, Tom Holland's gonna get suckered into it. Guarantee. He's gonna go join it.
Hey, you know what?
Guarantee.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Listen. I'm just making this is my guarantee right now because we have seen superhero actors joining this franchise.
Let's be honest. It's basically a superhero franchise.
It's basically the MCU combined with Dragon Ball Z at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because they're bringing back dead characters left and right, except
But
they don't rely on Dragon Balls.
and that's why did you guys see Fast 10?
No, but I know what happens. You know,
This movie. First off, I was surprised. You know, some people were like, "Oh, it's actually better than Fast 9, right?"
That's
And
not a high bar, though.
yeah, that wasn't a high bar, but
It's not
but
really a big bar to go by. Really.
the problem was that movie was I thought it was worse than Fast 9 because it was boring. Like a good part of the movie was like it was like Infinity War where it was like jumping between characters. There was a lot of strange stuff like Pete Davidson cameo like what the hell was that? I don't know what they were smoking in the editing room, but holy fuck, that was terrible.
I'm sorry. I don't see the appeal of Pete Davidson.
There was
No, Pete Davidson is listen. I will defend Pete Davidson. He is funny. He does have unique qualities to him. But this movie, they just took the generic route, and you could tell you're like, this is obviously a paycheck.
What do you
And
After
listen,
this
I'm
movie.
gonna come to Pete Davidson's defense as well because he's a Staten Islander, so I have to defend a fellow Staten Islander. he is funny under the right circumstances, but from what it sounds like, according to Blinded, they did not utilize Pete Davidson
Yeah,
correctly.
it was not
Like
it
here's the thing.
didn't make sense. It did not make sense.
In the Suicide Squad, like they actually utilized Pete Davidson for the short amount of time he was
Right.
in,
Yeah.
like in a funny way. Like they utilized his strengths. When you have a comedian, you got to utilize him well. They don't even make him entertaining.
Also,
Well, it
go
sounds like-
watch that Pete Davidson movie with Bill Burr in it.
I seen it.
That was a good movie. Yeah, The King of Staten Island.
Mhm.
You know what? I'm embarrassed to say this because I live on Staten Island. I have yet to see King of Staten Island.
You
I
should
gotta
just check it out. It's pretty good. It's pretty
I
good.
gotta watch it. I know some people on Staten Island say, "Oh, it's not that funny," but I hear it's pretty funny. But then
Nah,
again,
it's-
people on Staten Island get
yeah.
offended because
They get-
they're snowflakes. Look, I'm gonna say it about my borough. We are snowflakes. The people.
Oh
of Staten Island
man,
are snowflakes.
that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Because we're the forgotten borough. But you know what? Suck it up, Buttercups.
Oh man. No, I thought it was pretty decent. It showed a lot of his strengths, and this Fast 10 did not show any of his strengths. He wasn't even funny. He was just he wasn't even saying anything. He was just sort of like standing there looking googly eyed,
Oh my
like, why the fuck am I
How do
here?
you have-
Like,
How do you have Pete Davidson in a movie and he's not even speaking? Like, what the hell?
yeah, he has like a couple of lines, but it was mostly Tyrese and Ludacris making the joke, and the joke wasn't even funny. And then it was weird too, because then Hans or whatever his name is, he
Yeah,
was
Hans.
high. Yeah, he was eating
that's
this.
another thing.
This is weird.
I gotta give the Fast franchise.
Oh,
You basically gave away this character was coming back in F9 in the
do you,
trailer.
okay.
Right.
I mentioned it. I forgot what I was gonna say. You know the villain in Tokyo Drift, the Yakuza guy, right?
Okay.
You know he played Shred, right?
Oh, you know what? Tokyo Drift, in my opinion, is still the worst Fast movie because you know what? The beginning of that movie was so unrealistic. Like seriously, that was the most unrealistic beginning of a movie I have ever seen.
Oh well, my God.
There's worse things.
Well, don't
Yeah,
watch
Bow Wow
Fast
was-
10. Don't watch Fast 10.
You know what? I'm gonna say
There's
it.
so
I
many
actually like
unrealistic
Bow Wow
stuff.
in that film.
Wait,
I
did
not
you
like-
mean clock or cock? I don't know what you mean.
Oh man.
What? What?
I don't know. Did you mean?
Is on the.
Am I gonna get demonetized here for saying that?
No man.
Blinded. I have a quick question. Will I get more of a headache from Fast X or a Michael Bay
You know-
Transformer film? What would give me a
I-
bigger headache?
I mean, technically, Fast 10. It's not like it's poorly directed or edited, but like you'll get a migraine if you
Oh.
don't like absurdity. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's just really absurd the shit that happens in that movie. He outruns a nuke. Like I just and it's done in a way that just doesn't make sense. You're like, bro, you're literally right next to the nuke. You're gonna get swallowed into that shit. Then he outruns it.
I firmly believe in the Fast franchise. They're all superhumans.
They just I don't like this movie felt like they had no idea of what they wanted to do. And it's just not compelling at all. Like the premise of it, you're like, what the fuck is the premise? Why is Jason Momoa all of a sudden? Oh, he's related to the villain that's in Fast 5. It's just like, man, just
see this?
stop.
Not even a month.
Yeah,
A month.
I did see that.
You know, that just shows you that people are losing interest in the franchise. Listen, I'm gonna say it, and I repeated this on many streams. To me, this franchise should have ended at Furious 7. It
Oh.
should have.
Yeah.
That to me was a satisfying conclusion. The real heart and soul of those movies, Paul Walker, is no longer there. To me, Brian was the real heart and soul of those movies, not
Yeah.
Dominic Toretto. It was Brian.
Here's the
I
thing,
felt
though.
like
I think if they leaned into the absurdity, you lean into the absurdity, you make it really tongue in cheek, but you have to have like, oh, they're doing this crazy mission, right? That's what it should have been. This movie's not like a mission; it's more like a revenge sort of story. And you're like, but this character we've never met before, and it's like, okay, and there's too many characters now, and man, it's just such a mess. It's such a mess of a movie, and it's not fun. It's not fun at all.
They don't have a name for the gang.
You can't wait for the next one, right, Blinded?
Here, I heard Dom.
No, I mean, I'll watch the next one, but I'm not. I'm like, what are you gonna do?
I heard Dom's going to be in the next Spider-Verse movie. It's a Spider-Man.
Oh my god!
Wait a minute, Spider-Man 2099. Oh, well, what else want to do is save his uncle.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Yo, the memes like
his father. Sorry.
Like, why are you trying to stop a guy from saving his family?
Well, Dom can use that spider car that was in the movie.
Yeah.
You know the sentient spider car. You can use that.
Funny.
I am annoyed that no one has made a meme after No Way Home where Dominic Toretto says to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, "Hey Peter, it's like you remember me? It's like magic is not enough to stop family from remembering."
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hey, him and the Batman and
that's crazy,
Batman,
man.
Bob, whatever it's called, the Bold and the Brave and the Bold movie. When Batman has his Bat family, you see Dom there. Yeah, it's all about family.
Oh god. Oh man.
It's just like I'm sorry, but like the franchise. Listen, I even with Furious 7, which I do like. I saw the franchise was going into absurdity. I mean, they had cars parachuting.
Man had a grappling hook on the freaking car.
Dude, what did they get this kind of like? Oh yeah,
Degrassi. I would rather watch a Fast and the Furious time travel movie. Like,
yes, me too.
At least it would be a lot more entertaining.
Fast and the Furious into the multiverse. Multiverse.
Oh wait a minute!
Something.
Back in time to prevent the
Something.
family from.
The DeLorean.
They could if they were. That's what I'm saying. If they were like, let's just do the craziest shit and like see if we can actually make it good and entertaining. I would do some multiverse race through the multiverse. That'd be hilarious. It'd be stupid. And I'm sure as hell it'll be a lot more entertaining than whatever Fast 10 was. Fast 10 was not entertaining.
I'm surprised this franchise hasn't recruited Henry Cavill. Could you imagine?
Henry Cavill could actually be in these movies, man.
Listen. You know what? Because then a certain fandom will start supporting the Fast and Furious films.
I could see it, man. I can actually see it. Him and The Rock and Alan Rickman or whatever that guy was in the first. Is that his name? Yeah, I could see that. I could totally see.
Aren't they doing spin-offs like one with The Rock?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and this movie, like, it's so weird. Like, you have Jason Statham who just shows up, makes a joke, and then he leaves. He never shows up again. You're like, what kind of camp? What the hell am I? It thought it was a Marvel movie. It really did thought it was a Marvel movie, and it was like it wasn't a good Marvel movie anyway, right? So it
was a poor attempt.
Yeah. It's like, look, we got this character and this character, and it's like, who? Yeah, like this is not Spider-Man. This is not Captain America. Like, no one's gonna clap and cheer. Like, relax. Totally different.
For real.
They need to seriously. They need to stop, man. They need to stop.
Fast 10 did not save cinema. Don't be crazy.
No.
My version of Back to the Future.
Oh my god.
Great.
That'd be really funny. That'd be really funny.
We got to prevent you from going on the cross. Great Scott, Marty.
Oh my god.
The Bible quotes Emmett.
We gotta throw in Vin Diesel in there too.
Oh my! And wait, Biff. And you know what? They're gonna bring back Biff, and Biff's gonna be the Roman general.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You know what? I will gladly pay. You know what? If they want to do that, I will gladly pay for a church field trip.
It'd be funny
with church and youth group to come with me to go see that.
It'd be funny. Like, it'd be funny if Hal saw him in this movie. all of a sudden Marty's at church with his, because he'll be like married with kids at this time. He'll be at church, so all of a sudden the cross doesn't look like Jesus, but it looks like Doc.
And it's like, Doc, what happened? We gotta rebuild the time
Oh
machine
my
to save
God.
Doc.
Doc needs to be crucified. I love that Degrassi.
Just. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then it's like, Marty, tell me who's president in your time?
You know,
Donald Trump. The reality
oh
star?
my God.
The billionaire?
The
And who's his
Yeah.
vice president? O.J. Simpson?
Degrassi's saying this because
Remember, O.J. did not get tried for murder until the 90s. In
Oh
the 80s,
my
he was
God.
just a movie star football player that was not a murderer.
oh my God. Degrassi has already written the script. That's why he's saying this.
Yeah.
He's got a 90-page script he typed out, and now he's like trying to pass it off and trying to make it trying to pass it off to someone else so he can make some money.
Oh, wait.
Don't lie.
Well, Ghostbusters 3 is pretty much, I guess, the reboot.
So, I want to hear it. You better type that right now. I need to hear this. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It took me, it wasn't until a few years ago that I realized that the guy that played Biff voiced Flats the Flounder on SpongeBob.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick your butt. It's like, in the multiverse, Biff is a fish that beats up SpongeBob.
Good Lord.
In the multiverse of Biff.
The multiverse of
Biff.
Yo. In every multiverse, Biff is a douchebag.
How
Oh my God.
the thing is, Back to the Future did a better time traveling stuff than Endgame. At least, like it had consequences.
Well, am I still think Endgame was not that fun. Like once they were revisiting older things, I was kind of like, eh.
You know what? It was a lot of fan service. Make us. It's condemnation. Everything we got to see again. It's like, thank you for his face. Thank you for the Finney's face. It's stuff like that.
If they were gonna do that, I think they need to do it like they need to have something a little bit more unique, because it just felt like, okay, we're going back to like scenes from the old movies, and I don't know. They could have been a little bit more creative, I feel like.
Yeah, yeah.
They should have done. They're not gonna do this. You know what? After Thanos is defeated, but his army is gone. Unfortunately, they should have had his son. Like the next plan for his son. Thane.
What's his son's name? Thane? Is it
Thane,
Thane?
Yeah, Thane. But unfortunately, his mother's inhuman. But that's in the comics. But
Right.
MCU could change. They should have his son come in because he doesn't like Thanos, and I'm pretty sure he would not be part of his army. So I'm pretty sure he would not be wiped when Tony Stark did Snap. I'm pretty sure he would not be if he was not part of the army, right? And just have like Thane. I don't know. Thane would be like. I know in the Marvel Cinematic game that came out later for Nintendo Switch a couple months later, he's kind of a misunderstood teenager kid, kind of.
Right.
Who hated his father and like got a little greedy and stuff. I don't know if you want to do that, like that, but I don't know. Thane, I don't know. Thane could be someone like, I hated my father. I want to take control of the universe. I hated my father. Like stuff like that. I don't know, but they're not gonna do Thane. There's no point. If you don't have Thanos anymore, what's the point of having his son? Or you could go up to Nebula and get more. You're not biological. You're not really his kids. I am his blood.
Oh man.
I am his blood. And I should be the rightful heir to the rightful heir, whatever. But a big bad ghost is really bad. It's really bad. It comes with his own army of the undead. I like that.
Let me see. Whoa.
Don't tell me it's Hitler, please.
Oh, this is for his Ghostbusters 3 pitch.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. He said it's pretty tasteless.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm curious about that new Ghostbusters movie. Even though I didn't. I mean, I kind of liked the last movie until the ending, but yeah.
Well, the reboot.
Not the reboot.
I mean, what are they gonna bring back for the second movie? Are they gonna bring back the guy from the painting?
They got to do something.
What's the guy? What's the guy's name? It's not Grogu. It sounds like Grogu, right? What's the guy? What was the villain in that movie? From the painting. What was his name again? Igor.
What? Igor. No,
Was
no,
it?
it was not. It was not
You
Igor.
know what I'm talking about, right? Ghostbusters 2. What was the villain?
I'm totally blanking on Ghostbusters 2, if I'm being honest. I never remember that movie.
Who the fuck is the villain? Vigo. Rick Moranis.
Vigo.
I think I don't know. I heard he was offered to have something small in the one that came out a couple years ago, but he declined.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember this. I don't know.
What?
The Legacy sequel.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, Bob Iger said he thought it wouldn't make any money.
Can we get a Human Centipede Legacy sequel?
No. I think
That's crazy, George, man. What are you doing?
Goodness. Yo,
Let's be honest. All horror movies end up getting a legacy sequel, man. Like
Except
Jason,
for Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on.
And Nightmare on
Yeah.
Elm Street is the only one that did not get a.
When was the last Nightmare on Elm Street? Freddy Krueger.
Well, technically, Friday the 13th didn't get one.
That's true. Well, yeah,
Because there hasn't been one since the reboot, so it's the two of them that haven't got a legacy sequel.
I mean, I'll say this: like, the only good thing about the new Halloween films is it made Halloween Resurrection no longer canon.
Oh man!
I mean, Buster Rhymes doing kung fu on Mike Myers.
Zombie.
Jesus. Jesus. There is this has nothing related to those, but this is a horror movie that they announced they were going to make this movie, man, and they haven't made this movie. It's been 10 years, man. Where is the sequel to It Follows? What happened to that movie? There was an interesting idea. Have you seen It Follows?
I think so.
The one with the kids and they got to like pass it on, you know, the invisible monster. That was a great movie. And the director was like, "Oh, I'm going to make a sequel." And he's like, "Oh, here's the idea." It's like the reverse of the movie of the first movie where it's like they're hunting down the monster. I was like, "Okay, that's interesting." And then poof, just disappeared.
okay.
Just absolutely disappeared. I'm so just pissed.
Like a movie on Jim Ryan's nose.
New Lines always has plans. When are they going to actually make these movies?
Yeah, I just thought of an idea for a multiverse movie, Brian. LeBron in the multiverse.
Oh,
A basketball story
no.
where, like, what if LeBron stayed in Miami? A universe where LeBron stayed in Miami, or a universe where LeBron was in Cleveland all his career? A universe where Skip Bayless is a
man.
LeBron fan?
Oh God,
That's one movie I definitely cannot watch. I can't stand LeBron.
What do you think he went to LA, man? He only went to LA to be. What do you think when he retires from basketball? What do you think he's gonna do? He's gonna be trying to do movies. That's it.
I hope he does not do movies. I hope every single one of these movies he makes fails.
Yo,
I'm sorry.
I
I was just telling my friend that too. He was talking about LeBron, and we were having the same discussion.
Wait! I got an idea. He joins the next Fast movie, and
Oh,
they just stop
fuck.
a cannon from going off. And he makes a 3-point shot with the basketball. He's like, "Oh, no shots."
Could you imagine a scene where it's him on the hood of the car and he's like jumping and he has to make a dunk and they're like jumping off this cliff? Could you imagine?
Yo,
That's a shot in a movie.
You guys ever saw Steel with Shaquille O'Neal?
We have yes.
Yes.
Remember to prevent the grenade from blowing up on them. He had
Remember
to
to try to make Shaq a movie star? When he was
Yeah.
playing?
That was a disaster.
Yeah.
Let's not make a basketball player a movie star, any sort of athlete. It never works out.
No, there's one that works out. He actually just passed
Who?
away. Jim Brown. That's
Jim Brown.
Yeah, the guy actually knows what I'm talking about.
Now I have to Google this.
I mean, Ray,
You
Ray
see him
Allen
in
was-
movies. You see him in some movies.
I mean, Ray Allen was fine and he got game, but that was like.
Oh yeah,
18
Jim Brown.
Irving.
Okay, yeah. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. He does have a decent list. That's actually a good point. That might, but that was like what he was making movies like
for years.
He
He had a short NFL career. He retired early.
Yeah, but if they're popular, he was.
O.J. Simpson, I think, did some movies. Right?
Yeah, O.J. Simpson did do
Yeah,
movies. He was in some decent movies too, but still, like,
Yeah.
wait, O.J. Simpson was an Airplane, right? Am I tripping or?
Kareem
That was
Abdul-Jabbar
Kareem.
was.
That was Kareem.
Kareem the Dream, yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, yeah.
Oh, he was a Naked Gun. Okay,
Naked Gun, yes. O.J. was a Naked Gun.
yeah.
And it's not.
I mean, wait, hold on. Kevin Garnett was good in Uncut Gems.
Yeah, but that was like that. That was him playing himself, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
if,
a good point.
if he can't play herself, then you should be like.
Yeah, that would be a fail, right? Like
Yeah.
that's you can't play yourself in a movie, man.
Yo, well, here's the
We
thing.
got something to play you. You know what? We
some-
can't play.
Well, Aaron, apparently.
Actually, you know what? You're talking about Uncut Gems. Well, there is a celebrity who plays himself in that movie that was ass. The Weeknd.
Oh, Weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
The Weeknd was terrible in that. I like that movie, but he was the worst part of that
Yeah,
movie.
I
I
don't
love
like
Uncut
when movies or TV shows cast people in roles that have no acting experience.
The Weeknd is trying way too hard to. I don't know if he's gonna quit making music, and so he's trying to do something else. But
You could tell.
he better
tell
not quit
Lady-
making
You
music.
can tell Lady Gaga has taken acting lessons.
Yo.
Okay.
Aaron, you want to see the list
Even
of-
Lady Gaga, I think, is a bit of a reach. I still
Nice.
not understanding that.
But like, have you seen Britney Spears act in some movie? Oh my god.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Aaron, for
Yes.
Uncut Gems, you want to know what other basketball players were considered for the role? Kobe Bryant, Amari
Kobe.
Stoudemire, and Joel Embiid.
I mean, I think LeBron James.
Yo,
is not a bad
imagine
actor.
Joel Embiid, man.
I mean, LeBron James is not a bad actor. Actually, you want to know? why?
No. I'm not gonna let
Brian.
you slide on that one.
Don't,
No,
Aaron.
George will get this joke. George, you'll
Don't-
get this joke.
don't.
He tends to flop a lot.
Oh,
Oh man. Okay. I'll accept that one. That was actually a good one. That was a good one. Oh my god. This is just terrible. Just terrible.
Michael Jordan. You know what's funny? Michael Jordan was actually not bad in Space Jam.
he gave a better performance in Space Jam than LeBron did in his.
Yes. Yeah. You know what?
I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, I agree with that.
I know he did one movie, right? Michael
Yeah,
Jordan
he only
that
did
movie.
one movie. He only did one movie. That's crazy.
I'll never forget the time Skip Bayless did a review of Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Oh my god.
Well. Hey, listen, if Undisputed's looking for a new host to challenge Skip Bayless, I am available. I will call Skip Bayless out on his bull.
Oh my god.
How much you want to get paid?
George better get paid racks,
Yo, I need
stacks
to
of
get-
cash.
listen,
They get
Listen,
paid
I need
millions
to
to
get-
talk your sports. Come on.
Listen.
I want to do that job.
Yo, give me a good salary just for dealing with Skip Bayless on a daily basis.
Oh man.
Well, if Charles Barkley was his partner, this is what Charles Barkley would do on the show: reach over and choke him to death.
Yo, Charles, with my hands on Skip, I can feel it. Yo, let's go, Charles.
Oh, man.
Listen. I don't know how Charles Barkley has gotten away with saying this on live television,
I-
but he basically threatened to kill Skip Bayless
How
if they were
many
locked in a room
times-
together.
How many times has Shannon Sharp wanted to punch Skip Bayless? Like, let's be honest. You know, with his Shannon
There's been times where I thought Shannon Sharp was gonna put hands on Michael Rappaport.
Oh,
Mm.
because Michael Rappaport hates LeBron too, right? I think that's
Oh,
him
yeah.
escape.
Well, apparently Stephen A. said Shannon's welcome on First Take anytime.
Yeah, well, Pat McAfee's on now on ESPN.
Listen, I'm just imagining Skip Bayless in a world of superheroes, and he would basically say Spider-Man is not a superhero. He'd be like tag teaming Jameson.
He's basically Daily Beagle, yeah. Don't understand it. Basically, this Spider-Man, he causes more damage than he's saving people. Look at all this damage out here. How much is this costing the city millions of dollars to repair? And you see Quicksilver just like fix everything with quick speed, using speed.
Yo, one thing I just remembered about like the film. I like how they kind of just reference guy in the chair with Genki. And it's like, that's basically what Ned is in the MCU. He's Genki 2.0.
How come? I just remember one thing. You know what? Spider-Man No Way Home, the damage control comes in and kicks off Vulture and his team, and you see all this damage in. Why don't you just call Avengers to use their powers to put everything back together?
Because the Avengers don't hold themselves accountable.
But the thing is, like, Superman, right? Superman, if you want Superman helps put things back together. Same with the Flash. They do, don't they? Blinded. Like,
yeah.
Come
on.
I'm
gonna have to go now.
We're gonna have to end. We're gonna end it here. We're at the 2-hour mark. George, go ahead and plug yourself. They know that Arkham and Blinded. Go ahead and plug yourself.
Okay, you can find me at the George, and I also did a review of Spider-Man: Across the Spider-Verse a few hours ago, so you can go check that out. Next week it's Transformers: Rise of the Beast, so I plan on reviewing. I plan on reviewing Bumblebee before that. I do have some time off, like later next week, so I'm gonna try to rewatch that and get a review before I see Rise of the Beast. I just haven't had the time, but hopefully I'll have the time this week. But yeah, you can go check out my channel, and please help me get to 150 subs because I am 21 subs away from reaching that mark.
All right. Yep. Thank you, George. Arkham, go ahead. Arkham. Well, he's muted. Blinded.
He was probably busy.
Blinded. I don't know if you're going back on your channel, but
I'm not going back on anything anytime soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing to plug.
Nothing to plug. Yeah.
Except your controller when it needs to be recharged. Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll say this for officially. You know what's the worst recharger of any console? The wire for the Xbox controller is so bad. It's bad. We need to recharge it. All right, go ahead, George. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say like while I'm waiting for Arkham, I can find Arkham's channel to plug in for anyone who wants.
Yeah, do that. Yeah. So let's talk pop. Yeah. Okay. Next week we'll definitely do Transformers. I mean, will it be good? I don't know.
Unfortunately, I won't be attending that one.
Because you won't be seeing it?
I will not. I have little interest in that movie.
So, okay.
I'll show. I'll obviously. I can't. Show up all the time, but I wanted to show up for this one. So.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Go ahead, Arkham. Plug yourself because we're ending.
You can find me at Arkham Gaming. You also can find me on Twitter, Arkham Gaming. I do DC stuff, and I might do more Spider-Man stuff and Marvel. But yeah.
All right, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, next week we'll probably do Transformers. The week after, The Flash. Yeah, I think The Flash is 2 weeks. Yes, it is 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
And in 3 weeks, we'll do Secret Invasion.
What about Indiana Jones?
Indiana Jones is actually the end of the month. We'll do Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
For the Indiana Jones stream, will be 2 reviews. It'll be Secret Invasion and Indiana Jones.
Okay. Because
Episode 2 of Secret Invasion. Remember that at the end of the month. Because episode 1 is the 21st. Or whatever.
Right. Oh, by the way, I mean, I'll try to show up for The Flash, but I don't think I'll show up for The Flash, unfortunately.
Why? Too excited?
Because that's my birthday weekend.
By the way, birthday. By the way, people saw the Flash screening?
Yeah.
You know it's not the full film, right? It's not the full.
No. Yeah, I know. They said
supposedly, right?
Yeah.
I know.
No, actually, there's an announcement on that, but today.
The director said that they didn't have the post-credit scenes and stuff like that.
Okay. So I mean, then that's not that big of a deal. I thought.
Oh,
it was.
You know what? They're not. You know what? They're not promoting a lot of Ezra Miller stuff. They're not having Ezra Miller do a lot of press and stuff.
Right.
That's why. That's why. You know why? That's why they had the screenings earlier. I think that's the reason why.
Well, I told you. When was the last time I came on the show?
Maybe when we talked about we did the Spider-Man video game stuff.
Right. Okay. So maybe that was like 2 weeks ago. Because I was saying they're marketing this movie through celebrities and influencers.
Yes.
That's how they're marketing the movie.
Because no, it all makes perfect sense. If they're not going to use Ezra Miller to promote this, they're doing it. They're doing what you're basically saying. Screenings and influencers, basically.
Yeah.
Early screenings. Yeah. All word of mouth. WOM. Word of mouth.
Yeah. Like.
But it's marketing word of mouth. That's
yes.
I will say this, like, if it's true that no matter I think The Flash is probably gonna be a success.
It has a 95% critic score right now on Rotten Tomatoes.
So
right now,
I just hope in the sequel I'm a little concerned that they might keep Ezra, because then you will go to the situation where if they didn't keep Ezra, then why did they get rid of Henry? It's like you go to that back and forth. Then it's like it gets me concerned, because it's like I don't want Ezra to stay as a Flash. To be honest, I feel like, in my opinion, I might actually agree with some people. Maybe just skip to Wally.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so thank you everybody for watching. End broadcast, guys. We're gonna end broadcast. Thank you all.
Peace.
Peace.